death and dying. No, this isn't the Halloween issue of the journal, though it does correspond with this season. But so does the teaching from Session 5 in the Embracing Life series, which we're giving you an overview in the journals month after month. It corresponds with Session 5, which is Facing Death and Dying. This is a subject that is obviously relevant to everyone, but when one is living with a life-altering condition, they're probably reminded of it just a little bit more often as they take their meds daily, go to doctors on a regular basis. Perhaps they might even have a caregiver as they're going through the Embracing Life series. So what we do is take people through a hypothetical situation of being given by their doctor 1 year to live, and all the questions that arise when one is given such ominous news. But it impels one to face those fears, the thoughts that we have about infirmity and actually death itself, what we really feel about it inside. But we do this, of course, within the context of the perfect one, the perfect love that casts out fear. And Jesus, as he says in Revelation, holds the keys to death and Hades. So there's a confidence in the room, in spite of the journey that we take together through this hypothetical situation. And we find that we can get to the other side of it. We can move through the subjects of death and dying and come out on the other side having explored it without the fear of empowering it, because we do so with our good shepherd who takes us through that valley. Amen. I also want to point you to the Something to Say section where our dear friend Nancy Lang, who served this ministry nobly, she served also and taught with her husband Ray, and they taught this very session of Facing Death and Dying. So please go back and see her video testimony too. We also want to give you a heads up for the new year that we are going to be having 2 publications coming out later in the year in 2012, one on facing shame and self-hatred and with listening prayer, and also one on a healing discipleship group, actually, written by our dear friend Beth Webb, on women dealing with breast cancer. It's a healing discipleship group that can be done in a home setting or in a church setting. So we're really, really proud of these 2 new things that are coming out, and we hope that you'll be looking for them yourself. Also, we want to thank you, as we always do, for your incredible support of the ministry. We just wouldn't survive, essentially, without your prayers. And we also certainly do appreciate your giving in these tumultuous financial times. Now, I wanted to end with a reading from the book of Hebrews. And in the reading, it's in chapter 2, verses 14 and 15. And the writer writes, "Since the children have flesh and blood, he too shared in their humanity, so that by his death he might destroy him who holds the power of death, that is, the devil, and free those who all their lives were held in slavery by their fear of death." And as I said, perfect love casts out fear, and we live in that perfect love. That is Jesus Christ. You too can move through these issues of dying and death together with confidence in him, and that this wonderful life that he's given us will be consummated in heaven, where we'll truly see him and will be known by him and all of its glorious fullness. Amen. So till next we speak to you in our December Christmas journal issue. God bless. See you soon.